Somebody went out and bought way too many books. Just going to the half-price books with my dog Kiko. She's excited, if you can't tell. Oh, goodness. You ready? You ready to go? All right. Let's get in the car. All right. We're in the car. And we're going to be listening to a little Anne Rice's An Interview with the Vampire while we're in here. And this is my wife's car, so it's a cute little Fiat. So let's go. Should we? Let's go. All right. We made it. Let's go in. All right. Already found one book that was on my list, so that's fun. What you think, Kiko? Do you like it? I don't know. We'll see. So we're finally done over here at the bookstore, and I bought way too many. I guess I'll reveal them when we get home. Yay! Hi everybody, you're back with me at the Bookish Gnome, and today we're doing our first ever book haul. So here we go. We're going to start off with a book that I just listened to on audio and finished, and then watched the movie of. Now I'm thinking I might have to start up a new series called A Book in a Movie, or A Book in a Show. And hopefully I won't be just trashing on a show or a movie, because we all know that books are better. But, you know, hopefully it'll be fairly well thought out. You never know with me, though. So with all that being said, the first two books I got are in a series, and that is Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. Really like these old books. You know, this one's, it's got a cool look to it. It's got the gold and then vampires in red. And then I got the second book, The Vampire Lestat, where the whole book is red and vampire is just gold, which is a nice little touch. So we got those. I don't think I have to explain Interview with a Vampire very much, but, you know, it is what it sounds like. There is a man who is interviewing a vampire, and I'll get more into it during my review. For this book haul, I actually went to the used bookstore twice, and the first time I bought this book and this book, which are parts 1 and 2 of the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series by Tad Williams. And my brain said these are part 1 and part 2. That's the first book and the second book, which, if anybody knows anything about these books, I was very, very wrong. I heard about these books from Mike's reviews. He made me really want to try them out. And when I saw these, they were the only ones there. And I thought, hey, I'll get them. First and second book, I get to read now. Then I got home, looked at them a little harder, and realized that they were parts 1 and 2 of book 3. So when I went back, actually today, to the used bookstore, because I went like a couple weeks ago before, and I thought I was just going to do like a pretty quick and simple book haul, but now it's ballooned into something much bigger. They had the first book, The Dragonbone Chair, and the second book, Stone of Farewell. So I thought that was pretty cool that I found both of them on the second time back. So now I get to read them. And I might be a little bit behind with Mike's reviews, but, you know, it is what it is. While I was there the second time, I got to go with my beautiful wife, and she picked up a couple books, and I probably won't read this one, Tokyo Ever After, But I actually might read this one with her. After she reads it, probably. I'll let her read it first, and then I'll go ahead and read it so we can have something to talk about. I'm just kidding. We have loads to talk about. But this one's called Go Hex Yourself, and it's about a witch and a warlock. Yes, it's a little romancy, but who can't have a little romance in their lives every now and then? So I'm going to get to it. Now, this book is God's Grave by J. Kristoff. And this is the second book in his Nevernight Chronicles series. And I love these covers. So when I bought the first one, which I do have on my shelf back there, it was the actual cover like this one. I've seen the other ones online, and I do not like the whole like night angel like thing. Didn't like it. I like these animals on here, the crow, the raven, and then the wolf on this one. I think it's beautiful, especially the art style. I think it's really, really gorgeous. So I saw it and I said, it's the same art style. I want to get it, even though I haven't even started the first one. But I did watch Rekindled Reader's review on it. Sounds very interesting. I know that he said it kind of tapers off just a little bit at the end, but before the end. But, I think I'll still like it a lot. So here we go. God's Grave. Next one is The Winter King by Bernard Cornwell. And this one I've actually already listened to on audio, but I loved it so much that I thought, why not get it in, why not get the actual physical book and then get the next two and put them on my shelves. And then someday I'd like to read the Saxon Saga. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but it's what The Last Kingdom was based off of. And I really, really loved The Last Kingdom, and I can't wait for the movie, if you guys know about that. I'll definitely be getting those eventually too. So very excited to have this book in my bookcase. Now this next one, I know that I've already actually talked about V.E. Schwab and wanting to read some of her books. So I got some when I was there, and very pretty books. This one is The Secret Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and I just love the black with the gold. Just so pretty. Love it. I've heard some mixed things on this one, but hey, I love Shades of Magic. I like the writing style. Can't wait to dive in. And then I bought Gallant by V.E. Schwab, and truly do love the artwork on this one. I just think it looks super cool, and the feeling of the cover here, it's got some texture to it. Really like that. And then the artwork inside, very pretty. So V.E. Schwab's Gallant. Not sure if this will be read this month. We'll see. It's all going on my new bookcase. If you haven't noticed by now, there is an empty bookcase behind me, and that's because I just got it. So we're going to be filling this new bookshelf with some of these books, and then rearranging some from this corner over to here and put some behind me. So I've actually been wanting to read this for a long time now, and this is Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. Very small book. I like it. I like to have one that's gonna maybe be a page turner and super quick, just burn through it with all these big beefy boys that I'm gonna be reading soon. But this is the inspiration for the film Blade Runner. Loved Blade Runner. This might be another book where I do a book and a movie. Maybe the movie will win out this time. I do love Blade Runner, so can't wait. In my travels the last couple of weeks, I've actually gone to my public library for the first time since I've been here. Still, I mean, we haven't even been here we've just been here maybe like, what, a little over 6 months? Yeah. So we've been here for maybe a little over 6 months. I hadn't gotten out to the public library yet because, well, I don't like going out. So I didn't. And I finally made it there, and I was able to get access to like audiobooks, and I might get rid of Audible because, I mean, they're free. So, and that's just money out of my pocket. The book that I got a physical book that I actually got while I was at the library. I only got one because I know me. Sometimes I just don't get to things, and I don't want to get like, 15 books and then return 13 of them that I haven't read because I've been reading books off my shelf. Because if I get books from the library, then I'll inevitably read books from my shelf. And if I want to read books off my shelf, and then I'll like want to go to the library and grab more books, it's whatever. So this book is The Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. And this book, at least from what I've read in like the cover and things like that, is that it's kind of like a political warring factions type of thing with magic. And, I love that kind of stuff. So pretty excited. The next book that I got is The Black Tongue Thief by Christopher Buehlman. This book I've seen around being reviewed by booktubers. I saw the cover, I thought it was beautiful, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to get this one. I don't know exactly what it's about, but I mean, how can you go wrong with yellow and black? Old castle, just beautiful. People walking in a field of swords, like they're walking through like an old battlefield. Yeah. Next one on the list is a classic, but I got a copy that I thought was really pretty. I'd actually, when I went like a couple months ago to the bookstore, I saw a few of these, but they all were the new versions that were from the movie, and they had the little disc on them that just, don't like that. And I just love the color on this one, and I've seen this on other people's shelves. So I really wanted this one, and I found it. It's a little rougher in condition. It's got some scrapage on the sides, things like that. But overall, beautiful book. And I love this book. I read it for the first time right before the movie came out. The new movie, obviously. And really enjoyed both. So I've been hearing a lot about this author on BookTube from a lot of other booktubers, and it's Guy Gabriel Kay, and I don't know where to jump in to his writings, but I found the first two books of the Sarantine Mosaic, so Sailing to Sarantium maybe, and Lord of Emperors by Guy Gabriel Kay. And I don't know much about these books. I just know that a lot of people are really high on Guy Gabriel Kay at this moment, and I thought, why not? Why not try them out? They look pretty good. They sound pretty good. People say that his prose is very wonderful, so I can't wait to start reading his books. This next book is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I truly loved these when I first read them. I'd like to read them again and then read the ones that go past the first three, because I only read the first three when I read them the first time. So found this one. I liked the cover on this one. I've always liked this style of his books, and I can't wait to reread these. I only have the first one though. Next books are by N.K. Jemisin. They are the second and the third books in the Broken Earth trilogy. The Obelisk Gate and The Stone Sky. I actually haven't started the first one. I am going to at some point this year, so hopefully it's good, like everybody says it is, and then I'll get to read the next two, because I ain't no quitter. I'm always going to read it until the end. I say that now. The next book is a pretty darn big book, and this is epic fantasy, as it says on the front. And I've seen a few people talk about this, and I've also seen that Brian Lee Durfee himself is on BookTube, and I've been meaning to watch more of his videos. I just haven't. But I see that a lot of people really, really like these books. So The Forgetting Moon, The Five Warrior Angels, Book 1. So I found this at the store today, and I thought, why not? I mean, this is a big boy. And I hear that it's pretty quick paced, even though it's so big, and that it's a lot of fun. So I can't wait to read it. So the next book is The Kingdom of Copper, which is the second book in the Davabad. I'm probably butchering that trilogy. It's the sequel to The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. And I really love the cover on this and the cover on City of Brass. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got that foil look, like change colors. Ah, absolutely beautiful. I've heard that this is a little different, so I wanted something just a little bit different, and I can't wait to mix things up with this one and its predecessor. So I bought this one because I actually owned this before. This is The Black Company, or The Chronicles of the Black Company by Glenn Cook. I've already read this, but I really, really, really loved it back like 20 years ago. So I thought I'd pick it up. The only thing I don't like about it is that this is not a sticker, and that's irritating. But it was at the used bookstore in really, really good shape. We just won't look at it. And just, I really, really loved The Black Company. You get to see a story from like the soldier's eyes, and I thought that was really different when I read it, so I thought it was really cool. Next book is the second book in the Expanse series, what the Expanse is based off of, the TV show. And I actually really loved what I've watched of the Expanse. I stopped watching, I think I've got like 2 seasons left or something like that. So I need to get back and watch those since I think it's finished. Pretty sure it's finished. I do not like the fact that it says, The Expanse, now a sci-fi original series, blah, blah, blah. Why do they got to put these things on books? But still, I love the artwork on these books. I already own the first one, haven't started it. Once again, need to start all these books and eventually finish all these series. All right, and I told you, way too many books, but this one is Twin Peaks by Mark Frost, and it says that it's a novel. And I got it because, first off, it's gorgeous. This book is like a coffee table book. And you have like this half sleeve, maybe like 3/4 sleeve, 2/3 sleeve, that wraps around the book. And you probably can't see it, but like there's these little triangles that are like inlaid on the picture, and you can like see it. But then, so without the sleeve on, you have this beautiful owl on the book, and on the side you have like this triangle with all these little triangles in it. And I started Twin Peaks a long time ago and never finished it. Like I watched a few episodes and then, life. But I thought it was really interesting, super weird, and I like weird things. So I thought, let's pick up the book and then watch the show too. But then I got into the book, and this book, it says it's a novel, but it's like notes and dossiers and found pictures and things like that. Like letters it's just the whole thing is like this. And I don't know, because I've tried reading a couple pages and I'm like, this is all just, I don't even know. I might try really, really hard to get this done just to see, like, if it's probably more like a companion book to the show. We'll see, but it is beautiful. And all the pictures inside, like I was showing you guys, and it's just like a very interesting looking book. All right, next book on the docket is the first book, I believe, that Raymond E. Feist wrote, which is Magician Apprentice. This is back from like 1980 something, and I don't know much about these books, but there's just so many by Feist that I thought, why not at least try them out and try out the first book, see if I like it, maybe move on. Also, I really liked this book art itself. I saw a few other different versions of it at the bookstore, and this one just really caught my eye. I love the black, the gold lettering, the red imagery on it. Just beautiful. So, these books, this is going to be fun as I get into these. But I got 3 books from Discworld, with first book being The Color of Magic, the second book being The Light Fantastic, and this is not the third book in the series, but it is along the line somewhere, not very far in. Weird Sisters. I love these old school looking ones with the super, like, groovy, you could say, artwork on here, because it's from that era. But I just love those. So I was a little disappointed that the only one I could find for the first book was this one, although these are pretty standard, and it's a completely different size. So it's just, no fun. But maybe someday I can get like all these old ones because I really like them. Although these aren't even the same either because the sides, they're totally different. Different printings. Whatever. But I'm super excited to get into Discworld. I know that I read like a couple of them when I was much younger, and I thought they were hilarious. It's just a super fun world to get into, and I'm actually excited to get back into them. We're getting real close to the end here, folks. I know this has been a wild and crazy trip. So, I love Robert Jordan. I love The Wheel of Time. And I thought, why not find some other books that he's written? And I found out that he had written some of the Conan books, back in the day. And I've always wanted to get into Conan, so I thought, why not mix the two? I haven't read the originals. Maybe someday. But I did find some Conan by Robert Jordan. The Invincible, the Magnificent, and the Triumphant. So, I'm going to read these as little burners in between some big boys. I'm sure that they're pretty quick reads, pretty standard fare. Just little sword and sorcery, if you will. And I'm pretty excited because I like the way that Robert Jordan writes. I don't know if it'll be truly different or not. Don't know what to expect. And the last I saved because I really, really love this series. It's a series that I read probably like 15 years ago, I'm guessing. I don't even know if it was that long ago. I'm not sure when the last one came out. I know these books as the Spook's Apprentice series. They are YA novels, but, I think that they're grown up enough to read as adults, and I think a lot of YA books are, which is why I don't mind a YA book, every now and then. So I got the Spook's Apprentice books. I found these hardcovers with these beautiful, with the beautiful artwork on the front and on the back. I also really enjoy the fact that on the back it says, "Warning, not to be read after dark," especially page 148. And then they show like a little scene from the book that correlates to that same page. Another thing I want to show you guys on here is I only left one sticker on here from all of the books because I've been taking them all off all day. I love these half-price book stickers because they just come off. Nothing. There's nothing there. It's beautiful. But I hate this sticker on the side that was there before half-price books got their hands on it, and this one's going to leave residue behind. Now, I've watched a couple videos on using a hairdryer, but I won't pick it off now, but I don't know if I'll actually do the hairdryer thing because I am not patient enough, and then there'll be residue left. But another thing I really like about this version of the book is that it's really pretty, even on just the hardback thing, and it has like an imprinted O on this one. And then on book 2, you have, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's like a witch's hand imprinted on the book. It's super cool. And then, you know, you have Curse of the Bane written there in purple, like stamped in. And that's how all these books are, this version of the book. I got the first 7 books. So these are the other 4, excluding book number 3, because they're the ones that I could find. And this is all they had. So if you guys out there know of any place other than like eBay where I can actually find matching books for these that don't cost me like an arm and a leg, I am willing, especially on this series, to have the rest of them be full price, like off of Amazon or whatever. But I just want to make sure that I get like the actual ones that look like this. And like, because they all have like a foiled look to them. And it's gorgeous. I love it. So that was all the books that I got over like the last few weeks, which is insane. And I'm going to be putting them up on the bookcase. Maybe I'll get some of that footage on here, but we'll see. We'll just speed it up real quick and you can watch me put a few on there so you can at least see the first few books go up on there. We'll do it together. I hope you enjoyed seeing all these books that I got, and hopefully your interest will get piqued in 1 or 2 of them at least. So have fun, keep reading, and have a magical day.